What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Green Hat Kiteboarding exclusive review of the most anticipated. Is it the most anticipated thing? It could.
I don't know, maybe.
It could be the most anticipated accessory to come out of foiling in the year 2025. This is the F-One Plume, and I got Ed Junquet to explain his first rides on it. And first off, like, Ed, straight up, what is this thing?
It's like a kite and a Parawing and a wing had a baby.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I have not watched any video. I saw a video of like Kiahi riding this thing. That was about it. We flew it on the land the other day. Had no idea what to anticipate, where to even hold the bar. Just kind of like left it open for me to like figure it out and feel it out. It's surprised me. I had a ton of fun on it yesterday in the ocean. This is the 4.2 meter plume. Recommended wind range 20 to 35, which is like awesome.
That's a lot.
A lot of wind range. Yeah, a lot of wind and a lot of wind range.
Yeah.
We had about 15 to 25. Was a little bit of an effort to get off the water, but no problem. And up and flying. I came from a kite background, wing background, and now Parawing background. And I had no problem. It was super intuitive. More similar to winging, I think, than the Parawing is, because you actually sheet in on the backhand just like you would on the regular wing, which was a little counterintuitive after I just hopped off the frigate.
Yeah.
Don't forget about it.
Oh my God, I'm so happy I came up with that. No one else can use that. You're getting too excited about this. Let's get to some questions because you're giving way too much too soon. So, Ed's 210, he was riding the 6.4 MIDI at 96 liters. He was riding a 980S by code, which is, I mean, that's actually what I like to ride when I attempt to wing. So you were actually on a pretty small foil
For a first attempt.
First attempt, and you still got up. You got up second time. No, you got up first time. Trying to deploy it took you 3 times.
Yeah. I don't remember if I entered the water flying it or not.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Climbed on the board, and then I just kind of had to feel out the bar pressure. I kept from Parawing so much lately. I kept trying to ride on the A lines, and it just bleeds out the wind. So realized quickly that I had to hold the bottom or middle of the bar to keep the wind sheeted in on the plume, and it was surprisingly awesome. I love this thing.
Dude, you looked great on it.
Yeah, it was so easy to not stow, but to depower and flag out. I literally would just grab this wrist leash, yank that cord, the leading edge would come right to me, grab the handle. If I missed the handle, I just grabbed anywhere on the leading edge, walked my hands to it, rode it in the swells out in the open ocean, and then also rode it in some waves. And the lack of drag compared to a wing was incredible. The thing feels like a feather when you're flagging it out on the waves, even pumping it upwind a little bit on the wave face just to get further back towards the peak. It was really fun, really light. Redeploying it, I didn't have any issues. I just flipped that thing over, let the bar drop down, re-grabbed the bar, and then relaunched it as I was coming off the wave and went back out for another one.
Sick. So would you consider the Plume to be a entry-level Parawing, or yeah?
That's a good question.
Because I'm coming from...
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, is the Plume the entry level? So like, I'm pretty not great at winging, but I want to learn how to Parawing. Is the Plume the next best thing? Or like, do you just, what do you do?
What do you do?
What would you have done?
I think for our summer wind conditions, now I've only ridden the 4.2, I think the 5 meters of the Parawings is a little bit easier to get on foil.
Okay.
Not to say, I think there is like a 5 or a 5.2 plume that could be very similar, and it very well might be. I haven't gotten to try that yet.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on your background, right? You're talking about just coming from winging. I think the Plume would be a little bit easier to start on.
Okay.
To have the right wind.
Okay.
If you're coming from kiting, I think the Parawing might be a little bit easier. I think that flies more like a kite than this does.
Okay.
Although this thing looks exactly like a strutless kite, and it's just like, what, 2 meter lines, not even?
Yeah.
It was, yeah. I think, I don't think you can go wrong either way. I think it's just going to be, what are you looking to do, right? Are you looking to completely stow away and fly hands-free with the Parawing? Or are you looking to do laps? I think the upwind ability of this thing, it just ate any bit of gust that was out there yesterday, which was incredible. Didn't feel any bit of overpoweredness, and I really like that part of it. But when you're going downwind or riding waves, it's going to be the same as the wing, where you have something in your hand.
But less.
Way less, yeah.
Yeah, way less. Because you were cranking upwind. Like, I could barely keep up with you with the drone.
Yeah.
You were going, I think, faster than you would go normally with a Parawing, and maybe it was also because we tested the Forget About It 3.0. So that was a smaller wing in general.
Less power overall.
Yeah, less power.
I hopped right on a 4 meter wing right after this. I just wanted to feel the difference in that drag when it was depowered, and it was noticeable. This when it's flagged out is much lighter. When it touches the water, it doesn't create as much drag. When it's behind you, in front of you, wherever you have it, when you're riding downwind swells, it is way lighter, way less in the way. So if you're a winger that's been downwinding and you're looking for maybe the next step and the Parawing seems a little bit too crazy for you, I think the Plume could be a great option.
Yeah. And it's easier to put away. Yeah. I mean, it's just the leading edge.
It's just one line you pull. I think that it was a great design that they used.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger of a bar than the Forget About It.
Yeah.
But I think this might be the size of the bar for the largest frigate, because I saw that on the website that the bar lengths change at that largest 4.7 size.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so the depower, like I was saying before, compared to the Parawing, they have this nice handy dandy wrist leash that goes right to where the handle is. And all I did was I'd hold my hand on the bar, let go of the bar, hold the end of the wrist leash where it's attached to the bar, and I would just let that drop, and it would flag the wing out. Maybe I'd have to give this line one little tug to get to the leading edge. And I think most of the time it was flipped over already. I would just grab the leading edge, grab the handle, and boom, you're flagging it out. To relaunch the Plume, I was just holding the leading edge. I would lift it up over my head. The bar would drop down this line and float below the Plume, and I would just reach for it, grab it, and then re-sheet in, power it up, go down the line, jibe back out.
Yeah, because when you were deploying, that thing caught fast.
Yes. Yeah. I had a couple of times where, and so I could be deploying it incorrectly, a couple of times where a line wrapped around the bar, and it honestly flew pretty good with one line like wrapped around the bar. So I would just ride it out, kind of go downwind a little bit, and just figure out where the line had to go back over the bar until in the meantime. So I was able to work those kinks out while on foil and not have to restart.
Do you have any tips for anyone that is, first flight with one of these things? Anything that you learned, you rode that thing for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But
same thing you
kind of aced it.
Same thing I tell everybody with the Parawings is like, use a one wheel, use a skateboard, walk with it on land, really feel out where you're going to get the best power source from when you have the bar angled. It flies really well. So like that little bit of bar input, it reminded me of a kite in that sense. It sent it across the wind window. So like you really don't have to put a lot of input into it to get it to go to where you want to. And then feel that out on land, preferably start in the flat water if you're not too comfortable in the waves, especially. That'll just make your life a little bit easier when you're starting on a board. Use a board that's equal to or a little bit bigger in liters to your body weight in kilograms, and start with a big foil. There's no reason to start small.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for tuning in for more fun banter between me and Ed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all of that fun stuff. Check us out at greenhatkiteboarding.com. And until next time, go get on foil. Peace.